I was at a meeting today, and some fellow, quote, conservative Republicans were talking about issues of the day. My friend Richard Bray was there, and Richard, you heard this gentleman say he thought that the city needed more regulations over developers. And that spurred a conversation between the two of us about your experience in Maryland.
Yeah, I lived out there for about 30 years, I guess a little more than that, and had some rental property, and the local government is in your business all the time, and I got so sick of it. I wanted back here where there's some freedom, and I see it creeping in back here.
You told me that you even had to get a license to rent your own home.
If you want to rent your own home for a month or a year or whatever, you have to get a license, a rental approval license or some kind of a license. It's about $100.
So, another tax.
Well, it's the hassle. I can afford the $100, but it's the hassle of knowing I have to do this, in order to do a very ordinary thing that one would expect to just do.
You know, I shared with you a little earlier when my oldest son was in college in Moorhead, Minnesota. We thought it would be a great idea to buy this little apartment building so he could have a place to stay, and it would be a good investment. And we discovered in the process that if there was a stain on the carpet, the city required that I replace the carpet. It could be clean, but if it was stained, the city told me as a property owner that I had to replace that carpet.
Yeah. And where is there any responsibility of the occupant of the apartment? They can tear your apartment to pieces, and they're not responsible. You end up with the bill and all the work of cleaning it up after somebody has wrecked the place. It's really
and you got to say, what business is it of the city to tell you as a private property owner what you do with your property? Within certain bounds, we all love order and all of that, but
and if a person wants to live in a building that doesn't even have heat because it's cheap enough for them, you know, they put on a lot of layers and they stay alive.
Yeah.
Why not?
Well,
but you have to have certain standards. You have to. Well, that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but
let me ask you the fundamental question, Richard. Do you think we have too much regulation or not enough?
Well, I would say too much.
I think we agree on that. I'll bet as you're watching today, you agree too.